Now that we've equipped our character, it's about time to start adventuring. And I think this is a good time to start talking about the game map and its uh, randomness. As you can see, it's made up of different kinds of tiles. There are towns and there are villages. Now, there are always two towns, no more, no less, always one in the top left corner and one in the lower right corner of the map here. There are always four villages, one in each quadrant. So there's one here in the sort of northwest, one in the southwest, one in the northeast, and one in the southeast. A village cannot appear next to a town, but otherwise they can be anywhere within their assigned quadrant. As you can see here, two villages have appeared next to each other. That's fine. Potentially, there could be four villages right in the middle. I've never seen that, but I've seen something very, very near to that. It's a spice of life, you know. Now, beyond the villages and towns, you have plains, forests, rainforests, mountains, and desert. Whereof deserts are the most dangerous. Only Eidolons are sort of okay in the desert. Everyone can traverse them, but they will cost a lot of rations to traverse, and especially to mine for most. Plains and forests are quite lenient to all, where rainforest is sort of medium and mountains are quite dangerous. Now, dwarves get on well in the mountains, and Kimlons are sort of fine. You'll have to discover for yourself the particulars. As I said, there are so many factors playing into your result that I couldn't really tell you what kind of character, or I couldn't enumerate all the different character combinations that would give you a good or bad result. Other things that are random are placement of shrines in the wilderness and the richness of the mineral deposits of each tile. Mountains are more likely than any other to contain a lot of minerals, and they are guaranteed to contain a little. Some tiles, like rainforests, are not guaranteed to contain any at all. I think I think deserts and mountains are the only ones that are guaranteed to contain any minerals, but it's not a given how many or how much. As you mine a location, the amount of minerals will decrease, and so basically for every time you mine, you will have diminishing returns because the amount you get at any given time is based on the richness at that point in time. And that brings us to the strategical consideration of the beginning of the game, or any similar situation you might face when you need money, as I do now. I put £1,000 in the bank. I don't have much equipment to speak of. I would like a lot more. Especially, I like some magical equipment, especially, and I can't afford that now. So my priority here is to get some money, and it's a good idea to go to the mountains and mine there, especially as this gal is a dwarf. She'll be well off in the mountains, and she's likely to find quite a lot of minerals there. I think I also made her a good geologist, so that would be a good strategy. Given that there are a lot of minerals, I know that there are some, but I might strike out and not earn particularly much at all. When considering mining specifically, there's another thing to think of, and that is you'd like for the mountains or the place you mine to be next to a town. Because every time you step onto a tile, you will trigger an event. That's the first thing that happens, a random event out of 4 possible. One of those is being attacked by robbers. And robbers can potentially steal a lot of or all of your money, and some of your rations too. But if I'm right next to, if I survive that encounter and then mine, and I'm right next to a town, then stepping onto a town or a village will not trigger any event. So if I have money from mining, I don't risk losing them if I'm right next to a community. I could mine here too, but I'm more likely to get good returns here. So in the next video, I'll step over here, and I guess we'll see what kind of event I trigger, and I might possibly make a video about that, and then we'll mine and see what happens. Hopefully we'll get some money, and I'll head back to town. Okay,